Good afternoon, world, from Siargao Island. How's the umbrella story? Doing the job. 2 umbrellas. What happened? Slipped. The weather conditions here have been insane for the last 2 days. Poppy's pulling on the lead. It's just been awful, awful, awful. We haven't been able to enjoy the island for several months now. It's not good.
We've had snippets. Come under the umbrella. We've had snippets of okay weather. We've had a few nice days since we've been back, but we've been in the house for 3 days straight now because it's just been like this. Like we haven't been down on the beach, and look, you can see how far up the tide has come. Yesterday and last night it was really, really crazy waves that has brought all the trash right up to the steps here. Yesterday morning the water was nearly coming up into the garden area. It was that strong and powerful.
There's a lot of kilojoules in the waves according to the weather forecast, so that means surfing is out too. See how far in the wave has come. It's completely covered the reef again. It's supposed to be low tide now. If you're planning your vacation to Surigao, if you've been thinking about coming here for some time, honestly right now don't waste your money. Don't come to Surigao this time of year, definitely not. It's now February and it's still terrible, and it's been like this since December, and there's no end in sight really. I think maybe next month, maybe halfway through March, the weather should start to improve. But if you're coming in the next week or two, you're not going to be able to enjoy the island. You're not going to be able to go out and surf because the waves are way too strong. Honestly, it's a bit sad, but in the last 3 months, 2 surfers have died, haven't they?
Yeah, we've heard of some drownings and things like that
And
happening.
These weren't tourists, these were local surfers who've been living here for several years. Like we've been aware of these guys for quite some time, and they passed away because of just the tide out there, the rip current, just how strong everything is there. You go out and you can just get sucked under. So it's not safe to be out on the water surfing, so water sports are out. Even visibility, I mean, like, just look out the water now. There's like no blue in the sky today. Waves are just making sea spray. Can't see the horizon. That line there isn't actually the horizon, and it's been a lot worse actually earlier today. The rain has died down enough for us to come outside and show you why we think you shouldn't be coming to Surigao at this time of year.
Just giving Poppy a little walk as well. She hasn't been able to go on her beach runs for the last 3 days because the sand has been covered. Like, this is the most sand we've seen in 3 days on this beach here.
Poor Poppy. You want to get out there, don't you? You want to be released, but unfortunately I don't think it's a good idea.
No.
You embracing the rain?
Yeah, I just love rain. This is like rain. It feels like you're having a shower.
It does, doesn't it?
Like, I'm on,
Nature's shower.
shower.
Are you cold?
No.
I am. Yeah, I feel my hands shaking a little bit. Thank you, Story.
You're welcome.
What have you been up to for the last couple of days when we've been inside?
We have been doing activities, haven't we?
Yeah, we have.
Lots of activities.
Doing some cooking.
Yeah,
Yesterday we made the donuts, didn't we?
yeah,
You've been enjoying your room?
yeah.
Yeah, so I think the best things to do here, this time of year, is just stay at home and chill out. But you could do that anywhere.
Yeah, you can. You can do that anywhere. Even if you can do that, you don't need to do that in Africa. It doesn't really rain in Africa.
It doesn't rain in Africa.
It does.
Some parts of Africa it does, yeah.
Does it?
Of course, yeah, otherwise they wouldn't have any water for the animals, would they?
Okay, I'm gonna go explore.
Go on then,
Okay.
in a bit. Well, I'm glad Story can still dance in the rain, but she is a rare kid. Usually I would go walking down the beach this way, but these waves are completely unpredictable. in the distance over there I'm seeing massive sea spray, so it must be smashing against the rock. Well, girls are braving it, so I'll follow. It's that really drizzly rain today as well. It's not like a heavy rain. It's 25 degrees, but it doesn't feel like it.
It feels like walking on the crunchy sea. To me, it feels like sand. When you walk on the sand, it feels like that.
It's all wet.
Yeah, because it's all wet and it feels wavy on my feet. I saw a giant squid head.
What?
A giant one. Look, come over here.
Show me.
A giant squid.
Oh, that is giant. Looks like a salt lick. Whoa. That was a loud one.
Yeah.
Looks like a what?
A salt lick. Luckily it's not windy, so we've been able to bring both the umbrellas out here without them inverting on themselves.
I have to say though, yesterday it got really, really noisy. The waves, they were so strong, and I had some anxiety yesterday. You were fine.
I was fine, yeah.
Jay was checking the weather and like knew the kind of kilojoules and keeping an eye on the like wave height, whether or not there was a storm coming, because I haven't really felt anxiety for a while, a good few months for like weather anxiety since the storm. But yesterday it came back and I was like looking out the window, my heart was beating, my chest was getting a bit tight, watching the waves and hearing them. They were like making the windows rumble, they were that powerful.
How are you feeling now?
I feel okay now. I think when it started to get dark last night and like, it was still noisy, big powerful waves, I was a little bit, oh no. But yeah, I'm okay now.
You can see where the wave actually hits the reef, and the force of it just makes it kind of jump up and make low tide not low tide. Oh, there's a big one coming now too. I mean, you can't do anything in this water. You can't swim in it, you can't wade in it, you can't surf in it, you can't paddleboard in it. And that is Siargao's appeal.
I just saw a wave that went sideways.
Yeah?
Well, yeah. That's crazy. Have you ever saw a wave that went sideways?
Wow. So the time we've been standing out here, it's changed again. It's gone from being like kind of calm looking to this chaotic, multi-directional wave again. Poppy does not like it.
She's not liking it. She doesn't really like the water. She always runs from the waves and she's backing up here.
Yeah. I actually think we should head in.
Go,
Look,
yeah,
it's coming, it's blocking us off now.
I think we need to go now.
Story, let's head off, okay? Because
I want to go home.
coming in before the waves cut us off. We'll have to start climbing up the rocks in a minute. It is always beautiful to watch stormy weather, but only when you are safe. Oh wow, look at this treasure.
Nothing's in it.
Did the storm bring that one in?
Must have.
Any crabs in there?
It's amazing. No. Look.
I'll let you take that one because that one is quite special. Treasure from the storm.
A couple of these.
I wasn't sure if I was going to film this today. I wasn't sure if I was just going to wait until the weather got better again and start making beautiful Siargao videos, but so many of you guys watch our channel and you say you live in paradise and I wish I could live there and I wish I can visit. And I know it costs a lot of money to come to Siargao. It's not a cheap place to visit, especially if you want to have a really good time here. So if you've been saving up a long time to come to the islands and you're thinking to come during these times for whatever reason, it's not a good idea. You might be wasting your money. I don't think it's worth the money to come between December and February at least. You've got to push it at least back until March, definitely, before you even consider spending your money here. Something else that me and you were talking about yesterday is there doesn't seem to be a low season price
Yeah,
here
that's
either.
what I was going to say, that when we lived in Thailand, in the kind of rainy season there, all the accommodations, the hotels and apartments and villas and stuff, they all had a low season rate, which was like really like a bargain, you know.
Price would drop massively.
Sometimes less than half price. So travelling in the green season, they called it, was sometimes quite good, because
Yeah.
you'd stay somewhere really fancy for like a budget price. So you might get to stay somewhere that you wouldn't normally be able to afford because you were travelling out of season. But here, it doesn't really happen.
No.
You're paying the same price as you would in the lovely months, like now. So I'm not sure why that is. Are you getting dripped on?
Soaked, yeah.
Let's go in.
Just ran under the laundry zone here to get some protection from the rain. I know all of this weather is necessary for the island to correct itself, to bring back its lushness and to keep its greenery. I mean, remember what this place looked like straight after the storm. It was a disaster, right? If it wasn't for these months of heavy rain, then you wouldn't be able to see all of this lushness coming back to life. I think maybe leave these months as Siargao's time to heal, to take a break.
Take a picture.
Look at that sweetie. Just all that sand off. It's really coarse sand we've got on the beach there. Like big bits of shells. Okay, Story has got her pyjamas on. We're going to cover in blankets.
Yeah.
Hmm?
This is Rosie.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is she in her pyjamas too?
Yeah, she's in her pajamas. This is not a dress, this is pajamas.
This is the best thing to do in weather like this. Just chill out, watch some Netflix, get some hot drinks maybe.
Yeah, I want hot chocolate. I
Hot
like
chocolate?
No,
You
you
actually
can't
want some hot chocolate?
Okay, wait.
I can make it. I've got everything we need.
Do we?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, do you want an Earl Grey tea instead?
Oh, great. Oh, wait. Yes, please.
Yeah?
And Poppy's just gonna eat random stuff.
Ah, Poppy.
She just ate something on the beach. And then she tried to take the squid bone.
Oh my goodness. We're going to go ahead and end the video for today. Hope you enjoyed it and see you next time.